What is good, guys? It's your boy Potato Pleb, nothing more, nothing less, just a good old Potato Pleb. And today I'm back with another video, another MVD video. This one was the match against Xenodactyl. As you guys know, Xenodactyl is one of the most smart players we have, I think. Smart diamond player. And I was pretty sure that I could not beat him. So what I did was I decided to play a bit more unorthodox. Try to outsmart him. So this is the build that I came up with. Or it's probably already out there somewhere, and I'm probably just trying to use it. But what I like to call this is a fake proxy. So the concept behind this build is that it looks like I'm doing the fake proxy that Innovation invented, but in reality, what I'm actually going to do is a total 1-1-1 all-in. So there's like a double mind game into this whole build. So it's a normal 1-1-1, except for the fact that the barracks is going to be on the other side, and I'm going to take double gas. So 16 gas and 17 gas is going to be the build, essentially. And just keep building SCVs and just saturate the gases, spam APM. That's the current phase right now. So there's really nothing much here. But now, when the Protoss scouts, their textbook reaction when they don't see a barracks is to build a pylon on the ramp, like over here. And that's what they're gonna do. Wow, that's what Xeno's gonna do. So my reaction is, of course, try to bluff him. I tried to build a wall, of course, but I can't, and I build my factory, and I just try to execute my build. So the whole bluff here is I'm doing a fake proxy, so go ahead, expand, and just mind your own business, kind of a thing. But the thing is, I don't think he bought it. Yeah, he's not expanding, so he didn't buy this bluff. So I'm in quite a bit of pickle, you know. And also he is scouting for my hidden barracks. So he goes to the hidden barracks locations, and yeah. So far, for me, it's a standard game. Not a standard, but everything's fine for me. And Xeno's floating a lot of minerals right now, so I'm really not that worried. Now the probe comes back, and it's kind of a red flag for me. Because this one single probe, if I'm not paying attention, could kill 1 or 2 SCVs instantly. So what I do is I assign 2 SCVs against it, and I almost lose an SCV here, almost. But I barely make it out alive, and he decides to build a shield battery, such a Xeno thing to do. And a shield battery could be a huge factor in this kind of situation, because the textbook response also requires the Zealot to come over, meaning that with this shield battery completed and with this Zealot here, it could literally kill a lot of SCV just by having this one additional shield battery. So what I did was I pulled quite a bit of SCV, so 4 SCVs for the building shield battery, and other 4 for basically things like Zealots. And he cancels the shield battery, and I get the surround, and I kill the Zealot, and all is good. Now, I just continue my build. And another thing that I think Xeno could have done better is spending his minerals. But even if you go against Protoss that spends quite a bit of mineral that pretty well, it should still work out. And also, I get supply block here. By the way, the third supply depot timing should be right after the Stargate is placed. for production, but then I miss it because of this little factor, and I think that's a part that I should have done a lot better as well. Just a second, I'm gonna go switch some settings on Twitch real quick. I think it's working perfectly fine. Alright, let's get back. I lose a lot of adepts, a lot of SCV because of that adept here. I think it's because I was microing on this side, which is not ideal. I should pay more attention, because that's how people lose games, because they lose way too much SCVs unnecessarily. But I don't know. I got my Liberator out. I started to take control of his production, and yeah, that was pretty much end of it. So as long as I feel like as long as you can execute this build really well, I think as long as you can execute this build perfectly, like literally without losing all these SCVs and stuff, I think this mind game itself and the build could literally just kill almost any toss. So yeah. So off to the next game. So set 2, I went into a mindset that let's see, now that's SDO. Here it is. Set 2, I went into a mindset that if I proxied last game, Xeno would probably think that I won't proxy this game. So I decided to do the same build, but with a little twist. So the thing is, I didn't send out an SCV that early this game, because I didn't want to make this a fully committed thing. So what I was planning was to build a barracks somewhere in the middle of the map, like here or over here, so that his probe won't see what I'm doing, but I would know, but I don't need to commit fully to the build, right? So I decided to send out my SCV. I'm just doing the same thing, building a barracks in the position, building the gas, 17 gas, everything's the same. Everything's the same, but with the different variable that I am doing this in the middle of a map instead of like a more committed third base location / fourth base location, right? So that's the only different thing. And I'm trying to sell this like I'm doing the same build again. And in my head, I have choices. I have a lot of choice. So my decision was that if he is going to pylon block me on the ramp like this, I'm gonna go for a 1-1-1 proxy, like a full committed one base all-in. But if he doesn't build a pylon over here, I'm just going to build a factory in the supply depot, wall off so that his probe cannot come back in to scout, to do whatever he wants, so that I can carry out the 1-1-1 that way. The factory expand 1-1-1. So that was my thought process over there. Let's slow this down a bit. Yep, and here's the thing. Xeno, last game, his reaction was he built a pylon here, but then he didn't, right? And also, I want you to pay attention to his probe path. It's not over here. The trajectory leads somewhere over here to the third base location. It doesn't return to his base, and I believe that this is designed to go there. Yeah. So because of its trajectory of leaving, I could also predict that this probe is going to hide on the third or the fourth base location and not on somewhere on this side of the map because of his probe trajectory, right? So after I confirm his probe trajectory, what I do is I build a Reaper and set the rally to my third base location. And of course after I build my factories and stuff. And of course close the gate. And also that probe returning here was a solid evidence that his probe was going to go there and do something fishy. Another thing about this game is that you don't need to play the game itself. You sometimes just only play the opponent and then just figure out what he does, and then the game becomes a lot easier. And at this point I'm just going to do a standard 1-1-1, but I had like this crazy idea like later on, not now, but later on, you'll see. But yeah, I just tried to kill his pylon, and he sends his Zealot just like the textbook, and then he tries to kill my tech lab. Of course I do my repairs. He doesn't target my SCVs down that intensely, so I was able to get my my Cyclone out. And this is where I got this crazy idea. You know, Cyclones, usually when they do these fake proxy rush, they would go for tanks, Banshee, and Marines, right? With SCVs and bunkering. But I had this crazy idea. What if I go for Magfield, what's this called again? Magfield Accelerator with Cyclone. I had that crazy idea. So I just went for that on the fly, and I think it worked out pretty well. And another thing, miss micro there with my Reaper, unlucky though. And I just keep macroing up here, build my units, and try to get some map control. Make sure he's not doing anything fishy again. Yeah, just taking my natural, just all those standard stuff. I also got a Liberator in order to do my harass. Never underestimate multi-prong. That's what I think. I just feel like no matter what level you're in, at least try to do multi-prong. Everything could get, you know, blocked, like defended perfectly. But if even one of them gets through the defense, then that's like 5 drones easily, and possibly even up to like 15 drones or 15 workers, like instantly. So I think multi-prong is always good. No exceptions. With the only exception of being keen, where you multi-prong so hard that you run out of units. At this point, I accidentally revealed my Liberator to that one single Stalker. I killed that Stalker because I don't want him having map vision, and I just walk across the map. And yeah, that's history. Yes, another thing. I'm floating a lot of minerals right now. So what I should have done is, let's see. I have Macfield Accelerator. So I think I should have gone for mech. I think I should have added on 2 gas, build more supply depots, another command center. So that's going to be 150, 550, 750. Yeah, 750 just for all that. So I think that is what I should have done. And micro here was pretty good, I think. Yeah, and then the game's pretty much over because he doesn't have units. I think it's because of his failed proxy though. Because of his failed proxy over here, he didn't have his gateway. So I think that's one of the reasons. And one thing I did not notice was this proxy dark shine. It almost cost me the game, I think. Because he had a proxy dark shine, he could have turned this game around, but thank God he didn't build any Dark Templars. Yeah, but anyways, the game's just over now. So yeah. And another thing. Let's see how I react. I built 2 barracks, built banshees, expand. Yeah, and I think I should have gone for upgrades. I think when I'm floating minerals, I think the first thing I should check is upgrades. Because upgrades can change a losing battle into a winning one, right? So I think every time I'm floating minerals, upgrades should be the first priority, and then CC, because CC can spend money. Actually, no, upgrades, then supply depots, then production, and CC. I think that's what I should do. Any masters or grandmasters watching, just leave on the comment below on what I should do. What you think I should do. But anyways, yeah. I won this series and I moved on to the finals against Ghost. But for now, this is the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Stay tuned for the finals review.